Toy Fair UK 2026. Hey cuties, Peachy here. Welcome back to a new video, and in this video we're going to be breaking down all of the biggest and most interesting tea to come out of a Toy Fair in UK for this year. From brand new first looks at CREEPRODUCTIONS 2026 for Monster High, Morticia, new Netflix Wednesday doll. We have first looks at new Winx Club Trix dolls, new Dress to Impress, and much more. So stay tuned, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, comment, consider becoming a channel member today as well. Link to join is down below, and let's get into it. Yes, that's right. Toy Fair UK is happening right now for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It is live in Olympia, London, and Monster High Retro went there to visit here on Tuesday, and so thanks to them we're gonna have a lot of pictures for Monster High, Winx, but also Dress to Impress. And in fact, since it's still gonna be happening for the next 2 days, we might even get better pictures of like the Dress to Impress stuff, which is what we shall be talking about first. Yes, we got a little booth for Dress to Impress, but we didn't sadly get really any close-up pictures of any of the newer dolls coming out. And to be fair, like, we are still waiting on the dolls that got revealed last year to come out officially this year. So, like, officially only 2 dolls are out so far, Bubblegum Gal and Alana, but there's supposed to be more coming out. So I'm hoping that they fully release the first wave first, and then we get the second wave released. But so far it has been a bit of a mess with how, like, with how slow the rollout has been for Dress to Impress these dolls. Because I do like them. I have one, but I do want to get more to review, you know. So let's see how and when and how soon these all these Dress to Impress dolls come out. Okay, next up we have a little bit of more pictures to look at here for the Winx Club side of things. So Monster High Retro went to the Winx Club booth, and you can see here there's a lot of dolls that have already been released from Jey Hologram. Actually, all these dolls are the ones by Jey Hologram. We don't have any news about the Playmates versions of these dolls, but safe to say there will also be more from them. But Jey Hologram, of course, I have reviewed the Fairy Collection and the Iconic Collection. Those reviews are up right now on my channel. If you are intrigued to go watch them, they are much better than anticipated, I shall tell you. So they're much better dolls than you would think. They're really cute. So basically, here they had displayed all of those dolls that are already available. But then we also had a couple of what seems to be new dolls that will be releasing sometime this year. So for instance, we had a first look at Stella, Bloom, and Flora in what seems to be new winter outfits, and they also include a sledge or something. Winter Magic, I believe this new line is called. The hairstyles seem to be kind of simple, honestly very similar to the casual, like the iconic dolls hairstyles. So that kind of, to me, makes it a bit more boring. And I feel like also you'll notice that the face screenings and the expressions are all the same for all of these dolls, all of the new ones that they showcase here, which I do think if it would have been nicer to have new expressions or new makeup for all of these dolls, especially for like a winter theme. You know, you can do something better for like a rock theme. We'll get into that later. Like, you know, like it just makes sense to mix up the makeup a little bit more, but I guess to be cost efficient, you know, they went along with the same face screening for all of the dolls, which I do think is a bit of a no. Like it's a bit of a con, in my opinion. It makes them a bit more bland and definitely more repetitive here. But yeah, the outfit, at least the pieces look nicely enough, you know, like they look decent, right? Not bad. And yes, there's a sledge included here as well for like some reason. It kind of looks cheap, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. It's like a little gimmick, but it's not like Rainbow High gimmick, you know. Okay, next for new Winx Club stuff, we had a first look at these seemingly like blind box dolls. Now these definitely have the same hairstyle like the casual iconic dolls. It's the exact same hairstyles, so it definitely feels like to me that they are the exact same base doll, but just in different outfits. And so yeah, I don't like this. Also because it's blind and you don't really know who you're getting. But on top of that, they're not even really like, basically the only difference here is the outfit pieces. Like you're getting basically like very casual, comfy outfit pieces, like the shirts, the skirts, and the shoes are all the same. You know, it's very simple. I hope for like, if anything, that these are just very cheap. I hope that these are like 10 euros and not more, because these are very, you know, very, very, very simple. And there really is nothing unique about these except for the, yeah, unique fashion pieces and pastels. You know, I do like the pastels, but like, again, if they had unique base sculpts, base dolls, you know, unique makeup or unique hairstyles, I would be more interested. But these are basically the same iconic base dolls, just in different outfits. So that to me is a bit disappointing. Next, we have a first look at even more rock dolls here. So we have a unboxed Bloom doll that has a microphone. So yeah, kind of like singing version of her. And then on the right, we have a Bloom that has kind of like a more deluxe gold looking outfit from her fairy version. But apparently the gimmick here with this fairy doll is that her wings actually really do move. They flap. So that's going to be very cute to see how that mechanism works, because the actual design of the wings, at least from the front, the holographic look is the exact same like we see on the normal version of the fairy doll for Bloom. So that the wings look the exact same, but I guess the difference is that, you know, they flap. So, you know, I hope that it works well. Yeah, it's probably not too involved of a gimmick. Hopefully they kind of took notes from the Playmates version of the wings mechanics, and they kind of implemented some of those workings here into this new doll. Next, we do have a already first look here at two new ball dolls, or like princess dolls. So originally the lineup was made up of Flora, you know, Bloom, Stella, the main three as per usual. But then now here we see in this picture that Musa and Aisha will also be added into this like ball gown line for Winx, but no Tekna. So that to me feels like already like, okay, what are we doing here? If you're gonna add Musa and Aisha, like, why not just add Tekna as well? Like, she's right there. She's right there. I guess because Tekna sells the least. But still they should produce her, and especially because it seems like, once again, the base dolls don't really have a unique hairstyle for Musa or Aisha, so it looks like they could have easily just, you know, used some of those base dolls from the iconic Tekna's doll and just put her in like a ball gown dress. Like, it's not, to me, it doesn't seem like too expensive to have included Tekna here as well. But alas, she's not here. Hopefully she will be one day, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. And lastly, for like new things, we have a first look at some figurines and like an Althea playset or something. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that kind of like shapes up and how many figures will be included in this new line. The Flora figure we see looks very cutesy, very chibi, and the Althea or like little room playset also looks very nice. So yeah, let's see like how many more playsets they make, or if this is the only one. How many figures? Do they have all 6 characters here? Hopefully they included Tekna in this figure lineup, because that would be really bad if she's not here because like, girl, come on, Tekna, show Tekna some love, okay? But yeah, this I'm not minding this. This looks very nice so far, the figures. Of course, the most interesting reveal that happened for Winx Club reboot was the first look at the new Trix dolls in their full, like, you know, witch looks. And these really do look like the original Trix designs from season 1. So I'm just happy that the designs look so faithful and they are so accurate, right? Now the quality side of things is a different story. I do think the faces, they could have been a bit sassier. Like, I know that they've tried to give them like angry eyebrows, but you know, I feel like they could have used a new face sculpt, you know, with like an open mouth smile, or give them unique face sculpts, because here it kind of looks like they might have just reused the same face sculpt for all 3 of them. So I don't know. It kind of looks like that, as you know, unlike with the Winx dolls. Those, I think some of them have unique face sculpts. Here, it looks like they don't have unique ones. So I do think it would have been nice to give them also special treatment to the Trix, right? But I think the outfits are really nice. You know, again, they're not, these are going to be 19 euros, by the way. These are 19 euros, and I think for that price point, we're getting a lot here. We're getting really nice fabric. The quality looks nice on the outfits. We get real gold chain. Like, what? Barbie would give us like a gold chain like this for like $100 on a doll. Like, we never get Barbie Playline with gold chains like this. Like, are you kidding? Like, that does not happen. So I do think like the gold chain, the gloves, yes, they do look like mittens on Darcy, but like the gloves on Icy and Stormy look really nice. The hairstyles look accurate. The makeup, I like the makeup. The shoes, you know, the tights, like there's a lot here to like. And I've never had any Trix dolls, so to me, this will be a first, right? So I don't have any of the other ones to compare these to. I think these just look really cute for what they are. So I cannot wait to get these. And apparently, these Trix dolls, and along with some of the other dolls we saw recently, you know, that I just talked about, apparently those newer ones will be dropping sometime around fall and winter of this year. And I cannot wait. I will be definitely reviewing them because, again, these Trix might not be perfect. Like, I do think the faces could have been a bit more sassy, you know, unique face sculpts could have gone a long way. But the hair, the quality, the outfits, you know, the gold chains to me is like the biggest thing. Like, we're getting gold chains on 19-euro dolls. Like, what? Yes, like that's just insane. So I'm liking this a lot and I think they look so cool. But yeah, what do you think? Now moving on, Monster High Retro also showcased a first look at the brand new upcoming CREEPRODUCTIONS dolls of Rochelle, Robecca, and Venus here. Yes, all three were spotted at the Toy Fair UK at what seems to be kind of like a Mattel booth, but not really Monster High. So I wish that they had a, you know, proper Monster High booth at the Toy Fair and not just like had a mishmash of Disney Princess, Monster High, and like Polly Pocket here in this one section. It kind of looks unofficial. So it would have been nicer to have like a full-on proper Monster High booth to show off these CREEPRODUCTIONS and like Morticia as well, who you can barely see in this like picture right there on the shelf on the very top. But yes, the CREEPRODUCTIONS are taking the Monster High community by storm, and a lot of people have very mixed opinions and receptions about these first looks of Rochelle, Robecca, and Venus. Okay, starting off with Rochelle here, who seems to have gotten the worst treatment when it comes to the new face screening, especially when we see the comparison here shared by Monster High Love Me. It's definitely a bit of a downgrade, I would say. It just kind of looks like the eyes are a bit stretched, you know, like there's just a bit too, like there's they're stretching out the prints, yeah, like the eyes, like they're just, it's not sitting right on the actual head sculpt of the doll. Like it just, I don't know, something. Also, that kind of like marble effect that we have on Rochelle here on the newer version, it's kind of like not as intense. Obviously dolls are made differently now, I think, right? So the way that they did Rochelle's body with the mixed in marble effect, right, at the time, it's no longer the way that they're doing it now, probably, right? So I do think that's why the skin tone, like for her, the body, the marble effect is not as well, marble, you know, like I mean like the stone effect, basically the stone effect, right, with the dots and like making it look all gravelly, you know, like gravel like stones. That's kind of different. It looks different now, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. You can tell a difference. And I'm pretty sure as we also get reviews of Rochelle here from the CREEPRODUCTION, and as more people actually get her and compare the entire body to the old one, we'll be able to see, like, yeah, it's definitely not as efficiently done. Overall, though, I do think the hair looks nice, the outfit looks nice, the pet looks nice. The packaging, also very accurate. So yeah, I think overall Rochelle still looks really cute. Just especially when you compare her to the original Rochelle, you can definitely see a difference here in the face screening. It just doesn't look as well done. But she's still cute, and especially if you don't have her, I do think you're not gonna care as much, and you're just gonna be happy to have her, right? So I do think for a newcomer, this will be a very great way to get Rochelle in the first place. Now, next up we have Venus here, and like Rochelle, the face screening kind of looks like it's just been stretched out a bit too much. Like it just looks a bit too high, like it's being pulled upwards a bit, especially with the eyebrows. The eyebrows are thicker and they're a bit more, you know, angled down and a bit more arched, right? But honestly, again, it's not really that bad. It's just a bit notable if you do have original Venus. And I thankfully, I do have the original Venus, Rochelle, and Robecca. So, you know, I'm grateful I still have them, and they do look really nice. And so I do think, you know, if you don't have them, this will be like, it's fine. Like, this is fine. Like, she looks good. The main change though will be the hair type. So originally Venus and like Gulia and Spectra, I believe, those characters had Kanekalon hair type, but they've stopped using that hair type. So now, you know, it's gonna be curious to see what hair type they used for Venus here. Is it Saran? Is it Poly? People are saying, the streets are saying that Venus has polypropylene now, you know, so we don't know. It's kind of hard to tell here in the picture, but yeah, it does look nice and smooth. I do wish Kanekalon, again, I still have a couple of older dolls that have Kanekalon, and it's a very unique hair fiber for sure. Apparently they stopped using it, Mattel, because it kind of like catches on fire quickly or something, or like or when you like burn it, it can exude like toxins or something. So I am not sure what the details are, but something along those lines is why they stopped using it. It's not a huge deal, but I do think it does kind of make a difference, especially when it comes to characters that used to have it, like Gulia, Spectra, and now Venus. So we'll have to wait and see. But I do think overall the quality of the outfit and the packaging still looks very much intact and preserved. So that's nice to see, especially for Venus. Now, lastly, we have Robecca, and unlike with Robecca, you know, Venus and Rochelle, this is not their technically first entry in modern day Skeletor. Like, we've had Fangvo Rochelle before, and we've also had Fan Club Venus released previously. So we do have those prior releases for those characters, but with Robecca, this is her first return to like modern day Monster High, if you will. So this is exciting for Robecca, and so it's been a while since we've seen her, and I'm glad to say she looks basically the same. Yeah, she looks great. Obviously not the exact same, but I think considering again that things change and that, you know, production stuff changes and the way dolls are made changes, and the fabrics also, like, considering it's been so long, it is kind of commendable that Mattel was able to replicate the fashions so well for not just Robecca, but all of them, honestly. Like, they really do look like the outfit pieces from back then, just, you know, a bit more refreshed here, and maybe not as good quality, but, you know, it's just different times, right? But yeah, overall, I like her face. The lip gloss is perhaps not as shiny, or, you know, like the lip shape is maybe a little bit different, like just a tad bit different, like in the way that they filled out the lips, you know, like sometimes because sometimes, you know, Mattel, MJ, they have these face sculpts that have really like large lips, like a part of the actual mold. But then when it comes to actually, you know, screening or printing the face on, the lips sometimes can get, you know, like they don't fill out the lips enough, so it kind of looks like they are underlined. So thankfully, you know, here it looks fine, but it does look like maybe they didn't quite align the lip screening well with the actual, you know, sculpting of the lips on the face sculpt. You know what I mean? So, but otherwise, I mean, honestly, I'm just nitpicking here. She looks great. She looks great. And once again, if you do not have Robecca, she will do. She will do. She looks great. Honestly, she looks so good. Captain Penny as well. Like, yeah, adorable. Now, the price point is around 30 euros and $27 I believe. So around that price range. But yeah, these CREEPRODUCTIONS, they keep raising the price a little bit, like dollar by dollar, or like just a little bit, so you don't notice, but it does add up. And so they used to be like $24.99, but now they're going to be like $26.99. So they're going to be almost $27 that you're paying for here, almost $30 for international fans. So they're going to be expensive. I just hope that the rollout, that the release for this new wave will be done well, with wide accessibility, wide availability, you know, and that if they do sell out, that they have enough stock for you know, plan B, right? So I just hope that they're prepared. I hope Mattel is prepared with this new CREEPRODUCTION wave. But which one is your favorite? Again, probably releasing around March and $27. Yeah. yeah, I'm pleased, honestly. So far, they look good. Who's your fave? But that's not all for Monster High, because we technically also had a first official look at the new Wednesday Netflix show, Morticia Adams' doll at the very top shelf right there. You can barely see her bed there. She is, in fact, and that's, yeah, our first official look at Morticia. And that means that, yes, the Morticia Adams doll that we previously saw and we were unclear of if she was AI or not, it means that, yes, she is in fact legit. This is the real deal. This is legit. So this Morticia Adams doll will be released also sometime in March, around $40 or so, similar price point to the previous Wednesday dolls. And yeah, she's real. I know we were all kind of like, oh, it's AI or it's like fake, but I wasn't sure. I made sure to tell you that I wasn't sure, but I kind of thought it was real, and now we know, yeah. So I'm glad to say that she did turn out to be, yeah, for real, for reals. I'm just gonna stop saying real because, yeah. She's here. I think she's lovely. She probably has a new face sculpt, and it does resemble Catherine Zeta-Jones. Like, in my humble opinion, I do think I see the likeness in the face sculpt for sure. Like, just a smidge of Catherine Zeta-Jones. Like, it does look like her. The smile. It's a smile. It's the lips as well. The lip shape. That really kind of captures that look for me. The eyes, I don't know. The eyes look kind of big. I don't know why. Is it just me? They kind of look, they kind of giving big, but I like the detail of like the M and the A initials in her pupils, like, you know, and the spiderweb details as well, like in her eyes. The dress is very simple, but it has a nice looking texture, so that's nice. We have like a red layer underneath, and then the shoes have object heels, which once again I'm like, okay. One of the object heels is like a heart, which to me, maybe I'm forgetting something about season 2, but when did a heart play such a big role that they have to add it onto the doll like as the object heel? Like, that to me feels so lazy. The other object heel is like Venus flytraps, you know, so okay, fun, I guess. Yeah, basically, if you were not able to get the Collector 2-pack Morticia, this will be it will be good enough, you know, and I don't have that 2-pack, so I'm gonna be glad to get this one instead. And lastly, apparently, the 61st Toy Industry Awards ceremony took place as part of the London Toy Fair, and the Monster High brand won the Doll of the Year award with the collection of Real Drama. What? So Monster High Real Drama won Doll of the Year for last year, or I'm assuming last year, not this year, because this year just happened. I mean, this year just begun. This year has just started. So the doll award is probably for last year, which is insane. That's kind of huge. That's very big. But that does it for today's little recap of Toy Fair UK that just started and is still ongoing until Thursday. Yes, so who knows? We might get even some more reveals for Monster High, Barbie, Disney Princess, Dressed to Impress. Someone might be able to go closer to the booth tomorrow and take better pictures of the newer dolls. But yes, if anything juicy does come out, don't worry, I'll be here to let you know as soon as I know. But thanks again to Monster High Retro for sharing all of these first looks with all of us. Go follow them on Instagram, and yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype this video, you guys. Consider becoming a channel member. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, to support a channel, and no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. Hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.